gonna say that?
God, man, let the guests say it, man.
We're all guests.
We're all guests.
Maximum penetration.
No, that's a lie. This is welcome to
This is
our podcast. This is Zach and my podcast.
This is the Biz /
Biz.
Oh man, why do you have that on? Why do you keep having that on?
Because I need dry
Listen.
comforters.
This was the beginning, so we don't really care. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to back to Game of Thrones recap. Bryce, Geekosity here. We got
Isaac. Hello.
I'm Zach. I'm here.
We got another guest again. It's a different one this time.
Hello there, I'm new in town. My name is Dallas.
We need to also severely.
You had a whole bit
apologize.
plan right there, didn't you?
He did.
Well, he kind of interrupted.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he did.
Dickhead right
Asshole.
here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
when you introduce yourself, you're just like, oh, hi, I'm Isaac. And then right when I start talking, you're like, well, no, actually.
No, but we need to sincerely apologize to your fans.
I know we're super.
Will could not make it.
Well,
Oh,
he actually
man.
couldn't make it tonight.
You
He
mean
fell asleep and he just woke up when we started watching.
Oh,
you mean the luck vampire?
And now, real talk, we are super late too. It's 11 freaking o'clock. Normally, we're doing this around
It's
no
15
later than
till
8.
midnight.
No later than 9 o'clock. So
Yeah.
we're gonna try to. I'll be honest with y'all. Next week, I'm gonna be out of town, and then I'm coming back on Sunday. So, yeah, that might be a little bit later too. So,
And that's gonna be the
So
finale.
No.
what we're gonna end up doing is
said-
episode 5.
Oh, I think you meant.
No.
Wait, so
No.
the sixth
Finale.
episode?
No, finale. We're on time. Finale. We're gonna try to be on time.
And then for that one, I'm gonna make an effort to be ready at 6 p.m.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
later than.
Cause I'll be out of school, so I ain't gonna have shit to do. So
I would have been here, like, perfectly early.
6 p.
so.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're
Yeah,
slapping.
I'll also
no,
be.
that picks up.
Yeah,
so-
That's the whole point. I was doing
I'll
that on
be
purpose.
making sure that we have a much better setup. Today's setup is a bit different. I'm sorry about that, guys.
We're trying one mic out.
Yeah,
see
it's
how
just
it
because
works.
we had to make tonight quick, so I didn't want to set up the 4 fucking mics we got.
You have 4?
We have 4.
I thought we only had 3.
There's a 4th one.
Neat.
And I'll definitely be pulling out all the stops to make it as nice as possible.
Well, it's the
Maybe
finale.
even do a video stream.
Video stream. Oh,
Yeah.
with the
Get
webcam.
the camera, which I'll put on top of the TV.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Honestly, we probably should have been doing a video stream this entire time. But
No, I didn't want to take the time to set that up.
You guys want to start doing reaction videos?
Shut the fuck up. Who
Not
did
at
that?
all.
Who are the brothers that got taken down for that?
Fine
Brothers. I just remembered it.
Who?
The Fine Brothers.
Oh yeah, their entire thing. Okay, but that's
We're
we
moving
don't-
on.
Yeah, we don't want to be here all night because
Oh,
it is
and don't
long.
worry about next week's episode. Zach and I will be filling in for Bryce as we log in from our house here.
I'm gonna
and
be
do-
here. It's just gonna be later. So
So,
screw all that.
Season 8, Episode 4, Game of Thrones.
Maximum
Title.
penetration,
Our title is Maximum Penetration.
Nah, it's-
HBO titled The Last of the Starks.
which is
I still like our titles more.
I don't.
Like last week's episode, which was
The
Bad
Lone
Guy
Knight.
Army. No.
Oh well, our title was
Bad
Guy
Guy
Army.
Army.
Well, that was a reference to something I said in Stupidity the week before.
It is a great Bad Guy Army because that's what it was all about.
It was-
The Bad Guy Army.
You couldn't see them for shit, but, we're not here to talk about
I guess
Why
we
didn't
lucked
you
out.
just call the last one Medieval Avengers?
No.
Nah.
No, that's
No.
MTG. MTG has Medieval Magic Avengers. It's
No,
called
but
the Gatewatch.
what I mean is that, like...
Well, true. Arya. She
Because-
did become Superman. And
Fuck it.
No, because, man, it's like she's Hawkeye, Superman, Black Widow, all rolled into one.
Like we don't know how, but she turned into a superhero.
I mean, it ain't...
But okay.
Spoilers
when you
starting now.
No,
Speaking
no,
of
we're not
Arya-
doing spoilers
When
first.
you're
You always do a
stacked like
spoiler-free overview of what you thought of the episode, and then we move on to the spoilers.
Why are you listening to this if you haven't watched the episode when you know we do spoilers?
Just in case people want to watch it later. People love VOD.
Okay, guys, put it on mute. Keep this on loop, and then
yeah,
come back.
I'm all for the views. So just quick thoughts. Pretty much, I thought the episode was cool. I thought it was good. I mean, it was better than episode 1. It just I don't want to get into the negativity yet, so I'm gonna let everybody else take the reins on that one.
Right, what do you have to say about it, Dallas?
Ooh, this computer loud.
I'm honestly like a lot sort of. What's what I'm looking for? Was wrapped up
Speak up.
in a way.
Speak
Oh,
up
like a
towards the
lot of the stuff was wrapped up. Like we got to see. Oh wait, no, wait,
We're not in
not
spoiler
in
territory
spoiler
yet.
territory. So, okay, so a lot of things occurred that I was looking forward to, but at the same time, a lot of poor decisions were made,
Yeah.
in my humble opinion.
Poor decisions by the characters or about the showrunners?
Combination of both, maybe.
Fair.
Because there's some shots that I feel like could have been sort of touched up,
Yeah.
but that's more of a mechanism situation.
I mean, you
You
have
mean cinematography?
yeah. You've been shooting this season for about a year and a half now, and your production for the last 2 episodes were just like, yeah, did you guys rush this? Like, did you kind of get to this part and just go?
At the same time, though, I felt like, especially last episode, I feel like rushed is exactly what it should have been because they didn't have all the time in the world to fight the White Walkers.
Oh, you mean in terms
You know,
of...
they only had 2 years to film the 6 effing episodes.
It felt... Okay, but that's last episode.
Yeah.
We're not here to talk about
your thoughts, Zach, because actually my computer's dying sadly.
I enjoyed the setup. It felt like setup again. It was a lot of falling action, and I thought a lot of this falling action was needed. I liked a lot of what happened in the first half, and then the last 20 minutes was like, BAM! Bunch of shit happens. Well, a couple super big things happen. I am optimistic going forward. I have hope that it will be a good ending because it ultimately will be talking about the thing everyone wants to see that has the most direct impact on the future. Because yes, the White Walkers have an impact on the future, but it's more like it's something that didn't happen. And going forward, this is going to be something that will impact the entire kingdom and all the alive people with the decision that's going to be made.
What if the White Walkers aren't really gone?
See, I could totally see that.
They are.
What if
Hey,
that
Night
night-
King and Night Queen.
No. What if
Cersei is the night god.
In the lore, there is a Night Queen.
Yes, there's a Night Queen, but
There is a Night Queen that one of the Starks got with.
Wait.
I would tell y'all
Wait,
what
she was a white.
What?
She was a White Walker.
yeah.
The Night Queen
They
was
fucked
a.
Sorry.
This is way back though. So.
But I'll give my little towards the very end what I thought, how I would have rewritten these last couple episodes, and yes, that is one of the things. The Night King would not have died that last episode.
Well, okay, let's save that for the last.
Yeah, that's for the very
Alright, no, my thing is that it was an unwind episode for the most part, and I get that it's necessary, but they focused on the wrong parts for the unwind. Now, some of the things were definitely satisfying. There's certainly payoff. However, other stuff they didn't pull off well enough, and it dragged on in the wrong parts way too long.
Yeah.
Taking up a lot of time. And you know how they were saying like, oh yeah guys, these episodes are gonna be like way more than an hour?
This is an hour and a half.
It was
an hour and a half with extras.
Well, they
no,
all
it
have
was
extras.
actually about an hour, maybe in 10.
It's about because it takes
The last episode
3
was
minutes.
an hour and 20.
yeah.
25. An hour and 25.
This one was about an hour and 10. Yeah.
At most. So, and you're
So
if
70
you wanna,
minutes.
If you want to take out a lot of that dead time that they had too, which there's
Like I said, this.
White Walkers.
Dead time.
no,
Okay.
the last episode didn't have that much dead time.
No,
even though
it
it had
didn't.
the most dead time. But no, seriously though, like I had a few issues with the direction of it. I'm still hopeful. I think the show will end well enough. But yeah, there's a few missteps here and there with how they're directing a few things, and that's on the directors. I don't have an issue with the cinematography. I thought it was good. It's just the character writing that I'm starting to get a bit iffy on. But for the most part, everyone's at least how they've been portraying them in the show, and specifically the show and not the books. They've been keeping them, for the most part, on character, and I can respect that.
I mean, at least for me, the character writing has gone down for me. Just for a lot of the characters and a lot of the reason, it's not to the level that it used to be. Mostly because they were using George's dialogue, and I'm not going even from book. That the dialogue that was in the show was George's dialogue. It was what he wrote. So it was you you got much better dialogue and you got a much better sense of the characters. And once they went off book, to me, I start seeing just a change and a difference in even characters like Daenerys. Like she irked me throughout the series, but she didn't.
She looks so ugly in certain shots.
Man.
Especially the last one.
You guys haven't seen the so the people who are watching can see it. They,
It's such a bad shot.
I had to do it because
Hey,
it's
Bryce,
just.
you actually want to lower your sensitivity. You're peaking a lot.
No, we're hitting about green.
When you were laughing and acting loud, you were.
Okay, well that was
Yeah, that was that's like you, and you just fucking shrieked your head off at the end of the episode.
Oh yeah, so we into spoiler territory.
All right, official spoiler warning.
But yeah, so that's how I feel about the writing. But spoiler warning.
Maximum penetration.
Maximum penetration for multiple reasons, because multiple things got penetrated in this
Multiple
episode.
holes at the same time.
Well,
No,
it's
back to
maximum
back.
penetration, not double penetration.
It's, it was
It's
multiple.
maximum singular penetration, but repeatedly.
No, it's singular penetration in different areas. That's still multiple holes.
Not at the same time though. Those
Yeah.
holes didn't hit him.
That's-
at the
He
same time.
had them in his neck at the same time.
They didn't hit him.
Oh,
at
he's
the
right.
same-
He's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
He's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Because
So-
like you got the chest, and then you got like the upper chest, and then you got straight
One
throat.
may say that they made new holes.
Yes.
Oh no!
Poor
No,
Rhaegal.
you know what actually happened? Rhaegal got deep throated.
Oh my god! Oh my, he did.
It's a new type of deep throat from the side of the throat.
Jesus Christ, that was
Okay,
brutal.
so I'm sure if you're watching this, you've seen it. You all know Rhaegon is
Rhaegal.
He's wiped. He's washed. He's gone.
Dead.
It's a
He's
shame.
in the bottom of the sea.
Because I thought he'd be like, and half of me was like, oh, look, another dragon for the white. Oh shit.
I was a little disappointed at the fact that he kind of went out with a whimper. I would have liked to see if there was a bigger fight, and then he lost at the end of the fight.
Oh, it was unless that's assuming his death is actually like that's it.
They
No.
pretty much they said it at the end.
They got
slashed-
headshotted, bro.
They slashed him straight through the throat. He ain't coming back.
They even said in the end credits that Rhaegal is dead.
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
They said those
and
words.
then they talked about Daenerys coming to the city with or attacking. Like something about they were talking about the future in a future tense about her dragons. Just throwing that out there, but still, no, he's probably dead. I just don't like how they killed him. It was so whatever.
Out of nowhere.
Honestly, listen, this is, in my opinion, an indicator for this season, which is to me a lot of it is I don't like the way they did this. I don't like the way they did that, and this was just one of those. Like, okay, now I said Missandei was gonna die, and
You did, and you were totally right.
I like the way they killed her.
That was cool.
So the entire time when they got her,
No one had
and
Missandei in their
No, we didn't-
death pool. Right?
we didn't have her in the death pool. We didn't have her in the non-death pool because I knew she was. I said from the moment. Well,
We agreed her and Grey Worm would definitely die.
At least one of
at
them
least
would
one of
die.
them because of the simple fact is that first episode. It was the second episode when they said, "Oh, they decided to talk about where they wanted to go after this."
Oh, yeah,
and I'm
that's-
like, the moment they had that conversation, one of them is dead.
Oh, yeah,
there's
absolutely.
It's just like
no way.
that's just death flags.
Yeah,
death
that's
flags
not-
all
They
over the
also
place.
had
You see the Targaryen flag, you see the Lannister flag,
they
you see
had
the
it,
death
uh,
flag.
they hadn't been utilizing her as a character also for
For,
quite
like,
a while.
A
3
long
seasons
time.
because she's just been there.
Yeah, she's
same
kind
with
of a-
Tyrion. Everyone.
She's kind of a housewife.
So like everyone.
Now Tyrion's now getting some play.
Yeah.
Finally.
No,
Now,
'cause, like
fin-
there's some stuff that wouldn't have happened if Tyrion wasn't the one to do it.
Unfortunately, Tyrion's actions from this episode seem like they'll actually lead to his death.
Yeah. But you know.
Not actions, his thoughts.
With one of the things that I don't necessarily like as much about the writing for Tyrion lately, especially this last season, is he's been doing everything out of. It feels like he's been doing everything out of fear. Like like Sansa said, you're afraid of her, and that to me was one of the things that I didn't like. It's like Tyrion is the type of character the entire time that no matter what, even if he was afraid, and Tyrion was afraid a lot. He didn't do things out of fear. He was doing things out of
Well,
self-preservation.
that was before he saw someone burn alive directly in front of him and is now constantly surrounded by the person who did it.
Yeah.
And honestly, but to me,
I mean, that's self-preservation right there.
Yeah.
I'm, okay. No, frankly, you're right.
And not to
And,
mention,
and if he doesn't betray her,
I'll be disappointed.
then to me that'd just be it'd be a downfall of his character because it's like, no, your whole thing is self-preservation. Like, you're like
Well,
Varys, just without the information part of it.
At the same time,
Right.
remember, we're like a lot of Tyrion's characterization in the later seasons, like especially after he killed Tywin, that sort of Tyrion
That's
that we
them.
knew kind of was gone.
That's also true.
I mean, that's true, and
No,
that,
no,
but
he
and that's
had it in Marine.
No, he did, but it was slowly changing. Like the whole him in Marine was literally him trying to be a person who
better-
wasn't the
he was-
Lannister pariah.
He was trying to be a better person,
Yeah.
but
honestly,
it just
it
comes
was
off
at
as
the
a little
end
stiff
to the
and weird.
beginning of season 8. Tyrion's character vastly changed for the worse.
yeah.
Now, I can't say that I saw the decline happening because I didn't notice it. It just kind of happened really suddenly.
I saw it once he got into her camp. Once he got into her camp, it became less of him trying to
No,
fix shit
I
for the
disagree with
betterment
that
of him.
No,
because he butt heads with her
A lot.
frequently, and then that fight in him just slowly, not even slowly, episode after episode, chunk by chunk, that fight went
Oh
away.
No,
no,
but
no,
no,
no!
no,
You know when I. You
we
know when
also
I
have to
felt it?
consider the fact that a lot of his decisions led to her losing. So
Yeah, I
he
think
would lose.
it was around that time.
He would lose faith in his own opinion
Yeah,
because his
it-
opinions are getting people killed.
And it was
Constantly.
around that time, and I think what changed was when, because I remember watching him, and the most awkward, weirdest moment to me when she goes into and they're on the boat and she goes
She goes in
John's
with John.
room, and he's sitting there watching.
That was weird.
And it was a weird moment.
I
'cause
was
it
wondering
never
about
paid
that.
off. It's never paid off this
No,
entire time.
I was wondering, like, what was it?
And
was
and
it like
he changed.
jealousy?
Yeah.
Was it? Because I feel like that's it. Because one of the big things for him is that he basically can't get hard around whores anymore because of what happened with.
With Shay.
Yeah. So I think
Another
now.
thing the book does so much better.
Because I think what's happening now is that like he's
The Shay's
becoming a
good
good
option.
man.
Yeah.
And the problem is him, like, he survived for such a long period of time because he wasn't.
Yeah.
And, like, this, I mean, I feel like that's one of the through lines through Game of Thrones in general is that good men don't live.
Yes, that was
Sure.
that was present as through
Yeah.
all of season 1.
Yeah, especially. And, like,
One,
that's,
two,
it's the
three,
reason
four,
why,
shit.
Okay,
it's the
since
reason why
season one.
John is, like, John being
He's
alive
an
for as
anomaly.
long as he has been is a miracle
But
because
it's
he's
also-
the
yeah.
goodest of men.
Yeah, he's all, and it's all, but that's also because it's the whole. He has died.
Yeah,
he's just the
that's
only
true.
man to beat death. Like he's
Second.
Okay, not the only. You're right. He's the main character to really beat death.
He's the only currently alive person to beat death.
Right, but let's get into. So there's a lot of what happened in this episode. The first honestly that first 40 minutes of this episode is just kind of it's happening, but it's like it's happening, but it's just like why are we watching a bunch of random stuff kind of happening that like.
I'm sorry.
The Jamie and Tarth scene, I kind of got distracted. But
Jamie and Tarth? Who the fuck is Tarth?
fuck Brienne of Tarth, whatever. Her Jamie and Brienne scene was great.
Jamie of Tarth.
Jamie of Tarth.
The Jamie and Brienne scene, great. It was honestly an amazing scene. Like just everything that led up to it. I wasn't a fan of during the episode they saw, I wasn't a fan of Daenerys making Gendry Lord Baratheon. Like, I wasn't a fan of her because she doesn't have the power to do it.
She does.
No,
She does.
No.
Because
She-
everyone
she-
technically has already bent the knee.
She anointed her.
Technically.
I guess, but it's just
She's
Right,
taking the throne
What
back.
What about the time that Stannis anointed people of shit?
Don't you want to be closer here?
Sorry. What
Stannis.
about-
Fuck Stannis too. Fuck Stannis
Or
to the
Renly.
end.
Or Renly.
Or any of the other
Fuck
fucking
everybody.
lords.
Shit. Okay. It just, I don't know. To me, it was the way it was also the way she started it.
No,
the way she started it by disrespecting his father, disrespecting his uncle. Yes, he didn't know that those were his family, but to just disrespect them in front of everybody
At the same
and then say, "Oh yeah, you're now the Lord." It was a power move. It was a clear. I
Yeah,
mean, they said
they
it out.
said that.
No, but
And
that's
but it was a wrong power move. and you saw that. You saw the way people kind of the way people were kind of looking, like when Sansa looked at her, like everyone's just like, bitch, where are you going with this?
Because the thing about Dany is that she's like, her whole thing is proving that she is powerful.
And that's
like all the time. No, of course it is. But it's
that's why I don't like her.
It's consistent. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
her doing when she was doing that, I was like, yeah, it's totally something she'd do.
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't like it. That's my whole thing is like
Also, that move led to the greatest downfall of Gendry.
Yeah.
Lost.
Yeah,
Arya.
he lost Arya. That sucks because like if she didn't do that, he would be able to be with Arya. Although I mean, technically I guess he couldn't. Could he? He couldn't disobey the order because.
What I think what would have happened is he probably would have went off with her.
Yeah.
On whatever adventure.
He can still do that now though.
And
he's a lord. He's the lord.
Lords can do whatever they want.
Not true.
Not true. Look at the Lannisters.
Or the Tyrells.
There will always have to be a Lannister.
They're always at Casterly Rock.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a castle yet, so as the moment
He does. He does.
He doesn't. He's not there.
Well, he's not.
Well,
he
No,
hasn't
that's-
stepped inside of the
he
castle.
has to go.
That was.
He has to
Well,
go there now.
we know what he has to do now.
He
He
has
has
to
to
go.
fake his own death.
He does.
Arya can help.
Arya can.
Yeah.
But I think honestly,
Give
I'll
him
be
in the
honest with you,
face.
like unless they do something amazing, I think Gendry's character is done, and
I
agree.
agree.
And it was done in the most boring, bland way that they could have thought of.
Yeah.
So what else? Anybody else got thoughts on just that first half before
The
we
first
get
half.
jump into
Okay,
the
before we
crazy
get
shit?
into the
Get back into the
psycho
crazy
stuff.
shit.
Tormund
So-
was best drunk.
Oh my God, Torment is still best boy. I'm sorry, I'm sad. It hurts my heart what happened to him because he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that at all. He deserved to get
some of the poon.
He deserved to get some.
Well, he
Brienne
can
of Tarth
go
poon.
back and get some wildling poon.
He got some poon.
He did get some poon that night,
And then Pod got double poon.
And then he said, "They don't like me. They don't like us up here." they weren't happy with him. But oh man, Pod. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a scene of Pod in bed with like 4 hookers, but like not even hookers, 4 chicks because. Screw it, we just beat the end of the world.
Dude, Pod's just in his element. Like
just
whenever
man.
whenever it comes to big dick business, Pod's the guy you call. This is how it goes.
He's the man. But I said this during the show. Seriously, 4 episodes in, we haven't seen one pair of tits or one ass. Like
Honestly, though,
Pair of tits and ass correct.
Like,
We've not
seriously.
seen-
well,
This is Game of Thrones,
we have
man.
seen a single.
we seen one breast, and it wasn't even 4 breasts.
It was not a pair.
Right?
That's
It wasn't
what
a
I
pair.
said.
That's what I said. I said we haven't seen a single pair of tits. It's Game of Thrones. Like I'm not
Did
someone
you
who's
see any
gratuitous.
last season?
Yes.
Yeah.
What were
Yeah.
they?
Oh, bruh.
Yeah,
Wait, oh no, was that
dude.
last season? Wait, was
Yeah.
that last season when they were in Dorne? And then like one of what's her face's daughters in the
Yeah.
jail cell to
Yeah.
bruh.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
When she just dropped everything.
I was like,
for what's his name?
Bronn.
Bronn. Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
Bronn. So no.
It's pretty funny because Tyrion's the brains and he's the brawn. Get it?
Yeah. Which, that's a good thing to bring up next, is the Braun scene. That shit came out of fucking nowhere.
Like Bronn just has super stealth powers to get
he
into
just
fucking.
he just maxed his stuff. But
Like,
what's
he
interesting,
did,
you
and
know what it
that's
was?
Bullshit.
You know what it was though? It was maximum penetration.
He penetrated
He
Winterfell.
penetrated Winterfell. He penetrated the castle of Winterfell. Oh man. Okay, so far we've gotten three things have been penetrated: Winterfell,
Brienne.
Brienne of Tarth, and Rhaegar.
Rhaegal.
Rhaegal.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's jump because I mean honestly, everything else other than those moments. Well, okay, no.
There was the Tyrion goodbyes.
We gotta get to the important part of the Dany and Jon stuff.
Ah, yeah.
That is very important. Because,
Well, I think you mean the Dany and John not stuff. Because he didn't stuff her this.
okay,
She was
he
toast.
did not, and I caught it. I said this is going to remind him. It's gonna make him awkward, and it's gonna kind of bring that feeling back of when he couldn't have sex with a woman because he didn't know who his mother was, and it was just that weirdness of
Yeah, he still did
possibly Huh? No,
He still
because
did bang.
he got over it.
He's
He got-
just a sensitive
he got,
boy.
He
that's
got,
all.
one, he got over it because
But
it
now
was a
it's
wildling.
because he
Remember
knows
that.
who
I know.
his
He
mother
agreed.
is.
Banged him like
And
no
and he
tomorrow.
knew no wildling was his mother. He knew that. So
That's
he,
true.
So
Oh, I
he
forgot
wasn't.
about
So he
that.
wasn't really
It was hot.
tripping. But anybody beyond the wall, he's like, I can't really bang you because I don't like. It's that thought. So and it's that family thing, and it's the family thing. So when
And he's a
tried-
family man, so he
Right.
can't bang
so
his family,
he
man.
was- and so he's like, he tried. He kissed her, and he tried.
But
And then he was like, nah,
there
this
was
is
like-
weird.
cousin, this
you
is
can
weird.
literally
This is
see his
weird. You're my
eyes.
aunt,
He's
man.
just
You're my
like,
aunt, man. He was like, this is weird. And Danny was like, I mean, to her, it's
Yeah, it's the
normal.
Targaryen way.
Yeah.
You fuck your aunt
and I
brother.
knew it.
Or your cousin.
or your
Yeah.
you know.
And I said it, but we also called it. She was going to try to force him to
Forget.
to keep it a secret, to
Yep.
keep it a full blown secret, and she tried, and that pushed him away.
Yeah,
That
but
ended
the
it.
thing about it is that like her
She's
asking
sort of
him
going
to
off the deep end.
her
She
asking
did.
him to do
She
that
did.
literally shows that she doesn't know him well enough.
And she doesn't care.
She doesn't
Once again,
care.
I mean, but we saw it. What did
Well,
Sam
she-
say? Sam told him she wouldn't give it up for you. She
Yeah.
wouldn't give up anything for you.
Uh,
And
well,
what?
then
And,
it's
we saw
also
it.
where she's like,
And he knows it
I don't
now.
get
well, when
that.
the second she said "from my throne," and I'm like,
Ugh.
Because she know, and the coldest part is she knows he has the she knows
He has the better claim.
he has the better claim. Like Varys said, he has the support of the North, which means
he's a war hero.
he's going to get the support of Westeros. Period. Because
He's a dude.
Yeah, they're gonna always support their own before an outsider.
What did he say? What was the whole build up to about why cocks are important?
Oh well, because
Lineage.
he has lineage.
No,
Because-
but it was the wording he used was really funny.
oh well, because
"Oh, because Tyrion
he has a
said
cock.
cocks aren't important."
The
blah,
cocks
blah,
aren't
blah.
that important.
Yeah, and then Varys had a good comeback to it, and it was a really good one. I just
Well,
don't
it was a
remember
it was a play on the whole like Varys being
A eunuch.
Yeah, in which I mean, yeah, they've run the course of the
well,
of
at that-
the plays
at
of
that point-
but
well, okay,
it was
they-
still a good line.
they
It was
run-
still a great
They
conversation.
run it really hard in the book too.
Yeah, it was a great conversation. Like that was one of the that was one of the better conversations. Like that was to me,
I
it was one of
miss
the best
those-
conversations between the yeah.
I honestly miss
like
those
that.
conversations because
Like
oftentimes
that-
now it's we're in the end game now. So because of that,
It has been.
no, it's
Yeah.
because if you think about it, it's the fact that everyone like you don't have these conversations of intellects. You have conversations of powerful.
And
Yeah.
So you have
survival.
of survival and stuff like that, where it's like
And-
it's
yeah.
it's constantly just one-upsmanship and pissing contests and dick measuring, despite the fact that most of the people don't have dicks. So it's like,
Now, right?
well,
Everybody, no, I mean,
yeah, because
now,
you have Cersei and
everybody
Dany
who's
and-
ruling, everybody
Yeah.
who's ruling doesn't have
Yeah.
a penis.
except for King of the North.
King of the North.
Didn't want
I
to be
mean,
king of
this-
the
Even then, he's not really.
I
willing.
didn't want to be King of the North, but like that, I
But
feel like
that-
I feel
but-
like Varys has a good point.
Well,
The
yeah.
person, it's like how the oftentimes the person who's sheriff of a town is the person who doesn't want to be sheriff.
Yeah. The
Because
one-
they're
the
the
best
ones who
leader.
yeah
The
ones
best
who
leader is the one who's
least
called,
yeah,
not the one who chooses to.
they're
be.
least
Yes.
likely to abuse their power because they didn't want it in the first place.
Yeah, and that's because I mean, look at every king, look at every ruler that Westeros has had
Yeah.
that we've known of. I mean, Robert Baratheon chose to be a
Yeah.
leader, even though he didn't know what it was going to be like, but
No.
he chose to do
Well,
it.
I feel like the thing
You
with
know.
him is that it was he was like he was just a heartbroken guy who never got over it.
That's very
Absolutely,
he was-
absolutely.
and he was a drunk, and he
Yeah.
didn't understand. He wasn't a good bureaucrat. He
Okay.
didn't understand how to lead.
He was a
Now,
good
my question-
soldier, not
my
a good
question
war-
is-
oh,
my question
king,
is-
rather.
Do y'all believe that he truly didn't know?
He didn't know.
He didn't know. He's too stupid.
Actually, no.
Okay.
Actually, honestly,
I don't
no.
know.
I think he did know.
I think
because
part
his-
of him deep down knew that she didn't love him the way he loved her, and I think that was part of what kind of made him go like, no, I have to go save her. I have to go prove my love for her because, like, realistically, you know, it was up to her father and her brother to go save her. Not really. I mean, it was kind of up to him too because he was her betrothed. But
See,
like,
I would believe that if I didn't think that Robert was so enamored with her, he was so caught up in his desire to be with
True.
her, his
He might have
extreme
thought,
love with
yeah.
her, he didn't actually
No,
notice
Robert
she didn't
has-
have those feelings.
Yeah, Robert's always been self-centered.
He's
Yeah,
incredible.
no,
That's true.
absolutely.
He's he's a good soldier, but I mean, it's him taking the throne at all.
was
Kind
not
of,
smart.
The man
yeah.
talks about how many whores he fucked constantly.
Getting drunk. Like, I mean, I'll still never forget.
Yeah, like he was.
When he slapped the shit out of Cersei.
Oh,
it
man.
was the greatest. It was still the greatest moment. Like, he just was like, "Fuck, woman." Like, it was just like,
Shut up, woman. Slap.
It was. He's like, I shouldn't have done that.
I shouldn't have done
Realistically,
that.
no.
Whoops.
But she kind of deserved it in the moment because she was disrespecting the hell out of you.
Okay, but he was
But then
extremely drunk and he kind of needed
He was
to be
extremely
disrespected.
drunk.
No,
he was
no,
just
in that
wasting away
moment,
in his bed.
was
No,
drunk.
yes, but it's the thing of being married. Like you never disrespect your spouse in front of other people. Period. It doesn't matter how much you want to. You just don't do it.
Yeah, your spouse isn't the king of the seven kingdoms and
Big
makes
facts.
decisions that matter,
Big
and
facts.
clearly he doesn't care about it. He's
He
put the
don't.
kingdom millions of gold in debt. He's made nothing but wrong decisions, and he's gonna get himself fucking killed.
Also, at the same time, it's like Cersei. Like this should be like Cersei's dream, but it's so awful because of the man who was king.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, but at the end of the day, who okay, we're going. We're going.
Yeah,
we're
we're
Man,
going.
you guys
so
are
wrong,
talking
so wrong.
so much about season 1.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
going. We're
that's
going.
true.
'Cause
Alright,
it's better.
Look,
We're gonna call it.
I want you guys to start to wrap up the episode, and then I got one huge thing to just finish it all off.
I
right.
thought I was finished.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
But
I'm
I'ma let
We're
you-
gonna
then I'ma finish it off.
maximally
Oh.
penetrate.
We're gonna
this
maximum
off.
penetrate
All right,
this
so yeah,
topic.
so
Ship scene.
yeah, okay, so Daenerys makes a stupid decision that everybody pretty much told her not to do.
Wait, but before that though, shouldn't we talk about how Daenerys makes this whole big speech about, oh, I'm here to rid Westeros of tyrants, while saying things that are tyrannical?
That's the point.
That was,
that was the whole point of it.
I know it's the point,
And-
but it's
and
just the
then
fact
the-
that
and then the
it's like how
she's
SAWs
not self-aware. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
whole
like
point.
it's like how SAWs talk about their, they hate fascism, and then everything they do is fascist, and you're like, seriously, do you not notice this?
yeah, I
that
get
was what it was.
Yeah,
No, but it-
yeah.
which
She's,
is
it's like,
interesting.
it's like you said,
It's
she's not
her-
self-aware.
It was very.
it's
She
their
isn't
form
self-aware.
of fascism, and it's her form of tyranny.
Yeah.
Right, which is
And it's like how because she believes it's destiny, she doesn't feel like she's in control of it. So it's like she will be whoever she will be because it is preordained.
yeah, and
which
but,
it kind of is for her because she's been given a triple prophecy.
Yeah, and so now she like you said, she makes this giant speech in front of everybody, which once again you could see the look on everyone's face. Everyone's just like, this is not okay. This bitch is kind of crazy. She's probably gonna lead us down to ruin if she keeps going down the path of violence and destruction like she wants to.
And burning prisoners of war.
And what happens? She's like, no, I am not going to let the army rest. I'm going to force them to march. John, being fucking honorable, he listens to her and says, okay, we're gonna go.
He's a bit too much of a lapdog. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Yeah.
And which causes his family to have to pull him to the side and go, look, man, you got it. It's family or her. And
But then he says,
he
I'm
tells
not
them.
family.
Yeah, he tells no.
Oh,
Well,
he's
no,
still
she
family.
says she's family. She's
he-
family to him as well.
Yeah, technically, but he is family. He's just their cousin instead of their brother, and I love that. And I love Sansa. I love the fact that she broke it because she broke it knowing that Tyrion would break.
I agree.
Would tell
Oh,
Varys.
I like that a lot.
He would be super
Absolutely.
conflicted.
Right, because
Yes.
she knows him well enough to know, like she said, you're afraid of her, and she knows Tyrion well enough to know Tyrion doesn't want to live in a place full of fear. He doesn't want to live in fear. He would like to live in pretty much comfort.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
he's
like-
lived in fear
And plus,
too long.
most of his life.
Yeah.
him and John get along very well.
They do.
And
And-
like as hand to the king.
Because and
That would make
Bears,
a lot of sense.
I know, I wish they would have brought it up, but they kind of didn't. But Bears kind of touched on it, which is the simple fact. Honestly, like, what is Dany gonna do after she?
Varys, like
I know, every time I
Varys.
hear Varys.
Varys.
Varys, whatever.
No, I keep hearing you say Veers, which is you wanting to say beers from
Yeah.
fucking Dragon Ball.
So Varys touches. He doesn't touch on it, but he kind of mentions it a little bit. Like, what's gonna happen after she rules?
Yeah.
If she takes the Iron Throne and the way she does it, what's gonna happen? Like, she's not meant to sit on a throne and rule.
Yeah, because
she's
look what happened at Marine. Like
Yeah.
what happens is she's great at taking, but she's not great at keeping.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
that's
she
the whole
doesn't
thing.
realize
They've,
that.
they've said that several times. She's a great conqueror.
Not a good ruler.
And truthfully, like as we've kind of seen, the Targaryens have never really been great rulers.
That's true.
They've been great conquerors, and they've ruled for so long that it's just kind of been the way. But the way they act, they never really been amazing rulers.
I mean,
Plus, like, the
Yeah.
way the world
what
is
are the-
now is their fault.
What are the
so.
Targaryen rulers we know of though? Because they didn't talk a lot about the in-betweens. Like basically
True.
from Aegon.
To the Mad King.
But here's the thing, they have
Isn't that-
said that there hasn't been peace in Westeros for a long time.
That is also true. They have said that a couple different times.
And they said like things like that there's been just issues in Westeros for a long time since the Targaryens started their rule. And how did they start it? The same way she is trying to,
Yeah.
with dragons conquering and burning people and
Burn it all down.
threatening everyone to either bend or get burnt by freaking fire.
Yeah, honestly.
So she's doing the same thing, and what's gonna happen? She's gonna lose her throne at the end. My issue is though. Okay, before we get off, let's keep going. So she does what everybody told her not to do, and she takes her army. Seriously, how do you not remember that there's a freaking fleet? They literally say it in the goddamn meeting. She has a fleet of ships.
Okay, but they don't know that
They don't
she
know
has
about
giant crossbows.
But it's not about that. It's just of knowing that they have more ships than you.
Yeah, but if
But
you have
you have
dragons,
two dragons.
if you have 2 dragons, ships are made of wood, so you don't really have to worry about
Yeah,
it.
remember, she's also destroyed a fleet. Well,
She has, yeah.
I mean,
she's
yeah.
subjugated the
Havoc,
fleet.
yeah,
Okay,
Havoc, rather.
so I to me it's just like she should have. I don't even know why she was going back to Dragonstone, truthfully. But she
That was a weird choice.
So she goes back and they
Because they were gonna siege it, right?
Yeah, they
so
said-
she was gonna come from the south, and they were gonna come from the north, and they were gonna siege it.
and they just knew, and so they waited and they lied and wait for her.
They waited and waited.
Yeah, they like cops sitting in the overpass like where you can't see them, and they just took her out. Straight up took Rhaegal.
Rhaegal
out.
died pretty horribly.
It's such a shame
In a
because
bit-
that was
in a bitch
supposed to
way,
be
too.
John's dragon.
In a bitch way too.
Damn it.
She lost him.
See, now I'm wondering if what would really be an interesting end is if even the dragon could see that Daenerys was crazy and Drogon switched to Jon.
Oh man.
That would be a dope ass scene though.
I mean,
I
and
can
what?
see that.
I
Yeah.
could.
Plus,
'Cause they're not
he's
stupid.
also a
They're very
Targaryen, so it says.
Yeah, they're not stupid. The dragons.
Well, the moment
smart
Drogon
now.
is able to look at her and be like, "Bitch, you crazy," and then he walks over to Jon, and everyone's like, "Holy fuck, the dragon just chose!"
No, 'cause-
Oh my god!
No, because think about it this way. Oftentimes it's her decisions, treating them like they are tools
Then yeah,
that gets them killed.
yeah.
Yeah.
So both of those 2 dragons
Okay,
died on
okay,
her watch
no.
because she wasn't smart enough to use them properly. Not even
Viserion-
use them.
Viserion, that wasn't her fault.
wasn't her fault. That was just a.
That was just the Night King was like, let me.
That was a boss move.
Now watch this javelin.
He like Night
no.
King pulled a Peyton Manning and said,
I
"I got it."
I need this.
Bam!
I
John
need one.
Elway, yay!
And no interceptions.
Yeah.
like so he got that, but Rhaegal
Straight
died
icing.
because of her hastiness to rule. Her hastiness to rule got her dragon murdered.
Which is interesting because it's likely, like, the fact that John can contest and John
And that
won't,
pushed it.
yeah,
That
and John
pushed it easily.
won't be able to get there
Easily.
until later.
Yeah.
That's probably she's like, I want to get there first.
Oh, yeah.
So if I get there first, if I can actually act quicker than him, then I won't have to worry about him.
So
So I probably added to that.
Rhaegal
Yeah.
died. The ships basically are taken out, and
Missandei gets caught.
she gets captured somehow, some way. We don't see it.
That was weird. I don't know how the hell they
There
pulled
was,
that
there was
off.
a good speech between Tyrion.
And Varys.
And Varys.
Yeah, we
No,
talked
no,
about
no,
that.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying we're
Oh, Tyrion and Cersei.
Cersei.
Oh yeah, where he
But
came
well,
in.
she didn't say
and
it.
he
So,
had-
so okay,
Tyrion had
let's
magic-
set the scene though, because it was her and him and Qyburn first.
Okay, yeah, it was a cool
Yeah.
conversation.
It was a dope
And
conversation.
Qyburn was just like, I mean,
He's literally just like,
I'm a magical wizard.
I don't
bitch.
know, homie.
Your rule is over. I don't see what you're talking about.
Like,
We
so-
have a bigger army. We have more men. We have more
She
ships.
shows up to the gate with like 20 people.
Right.
Shit.
And so she and he tells her. He tells Tyrion, and I'm assuming through magical amplification powers, Daenerys hears him because they're
You mean
not
Cersei hears him.
No, both. They're not. Here's the thing. They walked a little
Oh,
ways,
that's a
and they
good
weren't
point.
shouting.
Oh, yeah,
they
dang.
weren't shouting at all.
Yeah, because she's reacting to the entire conversation.
'cause he
And
said- 'cause
he's
really-
a dwarf, so his vocal cords aren't.
So remember, he does say, because he tells him, Cersei says either you give up or she dies.
Right now.
And Daenerys, she reacts to it, and I'm like, but
How'd you hear that?
They didn't have like megaphones or like
that
it's
was
real-
incredible.
Like,
It
they
is,
didn't
it is
shout.
voice magical amplification power. So basically, Tyrion makes the decision. He thinks he can maybe persuade his sister when he
Never done it before.
I'm like, it's failed
he
every
has it
single
before.
That's
He's
freaking
doing
time.
the exact. He's trying to do the exact same thing that he did before.
Yes.
But this time, I feel like personally, the turning point was when he.
Talked about her children.
No, it wasn't when he talked about the children. It was when he talked about the. Not the possibility, but the certainty of Cersei losing.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
certain.
That's when it
There
turned.
was,
Because
like, no question.
I was like, dude, what? You should know your sister
you
better
know,
than
at
this.
the least, though, I will say this.
He had balls for doing it.
But, like-
Tyrion has been doing like speech-wise chip damage to her.
Yeah.
Honestly,
No, he's been
honestly.
chipping away at her since season one.
Because she didn't
DPS.
murder him immediately.
No, I mean, season.
And that's
I mean,
all she really wants.
Remember, I mean, from season was it
But at
season
the
one
same
when
time,
he,
now
when he
he's
told
She
her?
also,
No,
Hold
season
on.
2.
Too many conversations happening at once.
she
still
also
wanna-
wants to see Tyrion lose.
But she wants him
him
suffer,
to have a front row seat of everything he's building up to just fucking failing.
and she wants him to know that she can kill him at any time. Like
And-
that move with the arrows, she wasn't gonna kill him. She wanted him to know that I can murder you at any
Yeah.
time. I
At the
choose.
same time, though, one, that wasn't what her face was saying, and two, I feel like for her, because like a big, like obviously a big thing in this entire show is family,
Right.
and for her, like he's still a Lannister.
Yeah.
Like even though she hates his guts, and even though she doesn't want to admit it, he's still a Lannister, and her killing him is one less Lannister in the world.
Which is why, I mean, she's.
Which that's a Tywin teaching
Yeah,
right up
it's-
in her.
I mean, it's happened multiple times. She's
Like
threatened to
Jamie.
kill him, and she just can't bring herself to do it because she hates him to her core, but he is still her brother. at the end of the day.
Family is family no matter what.
And so,
Even if this family killed my mom.
yeah,
And
so
dad.
pretty much, so yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
Tyrion, so Tyrion
Even if I'm an
and the
orphan.
Cersei conversation, great, and then Cersei does what we knew she was gonna do, which I was screaming the whole time: throw her
Oh,
off
he
the
was.
ledge,
Literally screaming.
throw her off the ledge.
Okay, there was
Because-
one thing Miss Sande could have done that would have ended the entire show if she was the
Ended
smartest
the
human in the
entire-
world.
What a boss ass.
And we've seen. Here's the thing, it's not like we haven't seen it in shows before where they fucking do this.
Well,
type of shit.
okay, let's be real here. If everyone was making the smart ass decisions,
People would have been dead a long
Oh,
yeah.
time
the show
ago.
probably
'Cause,
would've
like,
ended with
Oh no, the
okay.
Night King would have won. The Night King would have
Everybody would
won.
make the smart decision.
no,
the Night
no,
King
because
would've
what I'm
won.
saying is that like plus there's like the whole fact that all they needed to do was make like a Valerian steel arrow.
No,
And this-
no.
Valerian steel ballista.
They would have had.
Nothing
they
can
would have
stop
had to
it.
No,
melt.
that's not what I meant. Like shooting the Night King or with dragon
They
glass.
But they
would've
did make
No.
arrows.
No.
They made dragon glass arrows, but
Dragon
they,
Wait, so
glass arrows-
dragon glass doesn't work on the big ones, right?
What?
On the main.
we don't know if that's true or not.
Dragon glass works on.
No,
the
we do
White-
know
on
that
the-
because
on the White Walkers.
Sam killed a White Walker with the
No,
dragon
but
glass
no,
arrow.
I mean it was a White Walker, but it wasn't one of like the OG Sith Lord Knights of Ren.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
What-
why didn't you like that
They ran out of arrows.
the whole
No,
time
they ran out of
when I
arrows,
was
and
expecting?
also, he fucking can just deflect that shit.
No, but that's not what I'm. Wait, can he?
Oh,
Yes.
he's
He's-
that skilled.
He has super strength and super.
He
speed
could literally just go like
Yeah.
and catch it between
No,
his fingers.
but that's if he sees it. What if like?
Why are
what-
we talking about the
This is
long
the
night?
guy who caught Arya from midair.
he knows
That's-
everything.
that's-
He
a
did.
good
He,
point.
no
but
one knew she was there.
I'm pretty sure he has a similar ability to like the wards.
Dallas.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm
yeah,
curious.
you're right. You're right.
Why
You're
are
right.
we
We're
talking
talking
about
about
this?
that. Yeah.
Did she take off the cloak of invisibility when
Oh my
she jumped?
fucking
All right, no.
Okay.
Okay.
So
But
so
Miss Sande
Sister
could have killed
disengaged.
Cersei. It would have
Okay.
been baller.
so
And how
so
could she have done it?
Masande's
Trip her
hands.
and bring her.
So Masande's hands are behind her back, right?
But her
And
feet are free.
no. If you peep, there's an opening where her hands are. There's an
Uh-huh.
opening where like this.
And
there's a giant opening.
and Cersei locked arms with her.
Cersei for sure put her arm on the small of her back. All it would have took is Missandei
Tripping her
hooking-
and bringing her down.
not even just hooking her hand between her
Yeah,
arms,
just go like this.
and then just falling off the cliff,
Now,
falling off the ledge,
there-
and boom, they're both dead.
The only
Like-
thing I could say that wouldn't have happened is if the mountain was fast enough.
No,
and he
he's
kind of
not.
no, he was
might
far.
have been.
He was too
He's
far.
not.
Zombie
He was-
Zombie
he was-
Mountain might have
Dude,
made
they
it.
were
No,
at
but
the
he
ledge.
doesn't-
Zombie
what-
Mountain might have dodged
He
for her
doesn't
and grabbed.
move that fast.
Yeah,
though.
no, still speculation anyway.
Yeah,
Speculate.
I'm saying
Now
she
it's
could
past.
have ended it. She could have
No,
ended it.
she for
with
sure
one
could
move.
have done it.
Okay.
But she didn't, and she got
God.
Beheaded.
she got
Yeah.
me. They set off with her head,
That was awesome.
and it was great because her
I
body
still
and
don't
head
get-
fell.
I still don't
It was so
understand why
cool.
you guys wanted her to die so bad.
Because one of them had to.
I want to see more people die. Not enough death.
Yeah, it's not enough death.
We have a not death pool. That's why.
Yeah, it's not enough death, man.
All right.
What are we
so,
at? 8 characters dead?
So
It's not good.
the big thing, is how they've reduced their budget by getting rid of Ghost.
Ghost!
So
Ghost
my
is
boy
actually
Ghost.
Alive from that battle.
Somehow. He lost an ear.
He flickered, like if you so if y'all know magic, he flickered into the end of his turn, which was this episode after the fucking battle.
Someone
Like,
Teferi
to the
protectioned him, and he was like, "I'm
Like,
good."
but he got my guy had indestructibility, hexproof. He had it all. Somehow
Protection
Ghost-
from everything.
protection from black. He easily had protection from black.
Well, they're
like,
black blue.
Oh my god.
Protection from everything.
How? Like protection from zombies? Like,
That's everything, Bryce.
like we don't understand how he did it. But okay, so that was it. Now I'm gonna make this quick, and because I was.
Wait, you didn't mention one thing.
What?
Jon Snow decided to tell Tormund, who, God rest him. I mean, he's not dead, but I'm just saying, Tormund, out of alive, he's going back north. He's done. That's it.
He's alive.
Yeah. He's alive and he's done.
Tormund is alive and he's gone.
And then he just decided to say, no, you take Ghost. Like, what?
Why?
Because budget.
You could have had a wolf on one side and a dragon on the other side when you take the Iron Throne.
Rob
which-
almost
I
did
bet
that.
once he finds out about the dragon, he's be like, fuck, I
What's-
can't regret
which-
sending away Ghost.
Well, here's the thing though. Like that would have
No,
made
he's
him.
trading
That
up.
would have made him the true Stark Targaryen.
Yeah.
He would have.
The Stargaryen.
No,
He
he
would have
gets
had
Stargaryen.
both. He would have legitimately had both. But for whatever reason, once again,
Ghost
writing.
needs to ride the...
Okay, to be fair,
choices.
here's the thing. We don't actually know if we'll never see him again, because it's possible that Ghost will go, say fuck it, run to King's Landing himself, and appear, and then we'll get that.
Yeah,
guy.
you're
Oh, wait.
Nymeria
No.
with...
No.
Yeah!
I was about to say. So we definitely forgot that last episode. Yeah, our prediction was wrong. Nymeria did not come.
Nymeria didn't come. I thought for
didn't
sure
come.
she
I
was
thought
going
she
to
would.
and die.
Yeah, I thought she would.
No, I like your prediction better. Ghost comes back with Nymeria and the Wolf Pack, kills everyone right there. Yes!
He said we're
No,
so
continuing-
fucking down
Ghost-
for this.
Ghost
You
said
need
we're
that
continuing the dire
You
wolf
need that
lineage.
one scene from Lion King where Simba's running back to Pride Rock and it's slow-mo, but instead it's a wolf just going slow.
It is
and
Ghost.
you
Same
see the
music, same
scenery change, same exact music. It sounds African. This is supposed to be Westeros,
Wait, are we
but
gonna-
I don't care.
Who's gonna be the Lion King one half though, where Pumbaa's doing it, and then Timon overtakes him? What's gonna happen for that? Does that happen like
Some
right
one
after?
random-
No, it's going to be Hot Pie.
Yeah! So down for
Okay,
this.
so we're gonna end it. I'm gonna end it on this. So I was telling them before that I would tell them pretty much how I honestly would have rewritten these last 4 episodes. Like the first
Wait, I
two.
thought you said you were going to say that to the last podcast.
Is that
No, he said it.
Oh,
He's
no,
gonna
no,
say
no,
the end of
last
this
of
one.
this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this because honestly, I'm be honest. Like,
Now,
I
to
don't-
be
I don't
fair
have-
though, you should wait till the last one because
Yeah,
then you
man,
can take in
I,
all
I,
changes.
I would hold off on that.
Okay,
Plus,
okay,
we
okay.
also
I'ma
went
hold off.
really overtime.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off because it's yeah. I'll hold off and tell it to the last podcast. All right, guys, that was we need to get out. So
Timothy,
thank
if you're
you.
listening to this later, we're sorry we missed you.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that. We're
Our
really sorry. we're so
MVP.
delayed. But yeah, that was episode 4. You know,
2 left. 2 more weeks.
It was real second act. Felt real second act.
Yeah.
Real maximum with that penetration.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And if you like the video, please like, comment
and subscribe.
Smash that like button.
All right. Peace.
Catelyn still sucks.